To test the biological daughter they had just reclaimed, the tycoon deliberately pretended to be poor in front of her. He even lied that he was terminally ill, but what he didn't know was that the girl was actually the reincarnation of a witch, and any lie told to her would eventually come true. From the moment her parents falsely claimed they were bankrupt, their prosperity began to drain away bit by bit. It turned out the girl was the true heiress of the Shin family, the richest clan in the country. She had been deliberately switched at birth by the nanny and abandoned at a welfare home. At 17, the Shin family suddenly came looking for her. Despite the patched and shabby clothes they wore, she could see the golden aura shimmering around them at a glance. She never would have imagined that the parents she had longed for over 17 years would pretend to be penniless just to test her. They then brought her to a dilapidated house on the verge of collapsing, claiming that this was their home. Next, they produced an IOU, saying they owed several $1 million in debt. As a member of the family, she had to help repay $100,000 every month. The girl responded with a cold, mocking smile. She asked if he understood the saying your tongue can get you into trouble. A lie spoken so casually now, she warned, might one day become reality. Her father, stung by her words, slapped her without hesitation. He warned her not to talk nonsense, or he wouldn't mind sending her back to the welfare home. After saying this, the parents stormed off with their adoptive daughter, but they didn't know that the moment they left, one of the 3 strands of familial destiny connecting them to the girl snapped. Once all 3 bonds were severed, every lie her parents had ever told her would eventually come true. To give her parents one last chance, the girl studied obsessively, hoping to earn their approval through a scholarship. But on the day the scholarship results were announced, the adoptive daughter suddenly approached the homeroom teacher, demanding that the scholarship be awarded to her instead. The opportunistic teacher, eager to please the tycoon's daughter, didn't hesitate to revoke the girl's scholarship. The adoptive daughter even spread false rumors that the girl had stolen the class funds, hoping to make the parents dislike her. Furious after hearing this, the parents rushed to the school with the adoptive daughter to confront her. Under the adoptive daughter's direction, the teacher quickly turned on the girl, accusing her of stealing the class funds. The girl immediately suspected that the adoptive daughter was behind it all, and asked the teacher what evidence she had. Feeling guilty, the teacher swore an oath on the spot, vowing that if she had falsely accused the girl, the ceiling fan above her head would fall and scratch her face. Unexpectedly, no sooner had she finished speaking, than lightning flashed and thunder roared outside. A fierce gust of wind blew in, and the ceiling fan came crashing straight down toward the teacher. To expose the teacher's lie, the girl walked up to the podium, pulled the missing class funds from the teacher's bag, leaving the classmates in stunned realization. It turned out the teacher had been the real thief all along. At that moment, the parents stormed into the classroom with the adoptive daughter, slapping the girl before she could even explain. Despite her desperate attempts to defend herself, the parents still believed she was a bad character. The adoptive daughter mocked her further, claiming the girl had orchestrated the whole scene herself. She taunted, questioning why the homeroom teacher falsely accused her instead of anyone else, insisting that the girl must have done something wrong to deserve punishment. The girl, pushed to her limit, shouted in protest, explaining that it was all a scheme orchestrated by the adoptive daughter. But the adoptive daughter countered, claiming the girl was jealous of her grades and deliberately framing her. She then swore that if she was lying about the girl, she would lose her sight and be paralyzed by 8 o'clock that evening. At that moment, the adoptive daughter had no idea that her offhand curse was about to come true. That evening, the parents held a grand birthday party to console the adoptive daughter, who felt wronged and upset. But just as she was about to cut the cake tower suddenly toppled straight onto her, and the candles landed directly in her eyes. Instinctively, she tried to call for her parents, but lost her footing and tumbled down the stairs. The parents hurriedly summoned the family doctor. After examination, the doctor informed them that the adoptive daughter was completely blind and her legs were fractured from the fall. Hearing this, the father recalled the curse the adoptive daughter had made, wondering if this was the consequence of her lies. But the mother refused to believe it, insisting instead that the girl had brought misfortune upon the entire family. Seeing the adoptive daughter crying uncontrollably, the mother comforted her, saying not to worry, because she had already devised a way to restore her vision. The next day, the parents called the girl to the hospital. The mother falsely claimed she had liver cancer, while the father pretended to have ocular cancer, pressuring the girl to donate her liver and corneas to them. Although she knew they were lying, she still agreed without hesitation. From the moment the parents had drugged her and put her on the operating table, all 3 strands of familial destiny connecting her to her parents were severed. Once the bond is broken, the obligations of kinship are fulfilled. From that moment on, every lie her parents had told her began to come true one by one.